Hello, and welcome to this unboxing video of Magic the Gathering Time Spiral Remastered. So this is a set entirely made up of reprints of older cards. The original Time Spiral block was, it was a good number of years ago. So some of these cards could really use a reprint, and here we have them now. But that's not the reason why so many people are excited about this set. You see, in the original Time Spiral, what they did, every single pack contained a much older card that was printed with updated rules text and rulings to make them, they read like modern cards at the time, although they still looked very old. So this time what they've done is they've taken a bunch of very popular cards and printed them in the old classic Magic the Gathering borders. So they're very cool and unique, and also very expensive, some of them. So let's see what we get. There's definitely a few cards that I'm looking for here. Throw the box on the ground, and here we have it. 36 packs of Time Spiral Remastered. Let's begin. What is in pack number 1? Can I open pack number 1? Yeah, that sort of does the trick, I guess. Now, what do we have here? Empty the Warrens, a classic goblin card with Storm. Makes a bunch of goblins. What is this? Spike-tail Drakeling. We've got Brute Force, Gorgon Recluse, Nantuko Shaman, Penumbra Spider. This is an interesting one, actually. When it dies, you make another spider to replace it. Judge Unworthy, Strangling Soot, Ancient Grudge, Amro Seekers, Stone Cloaker. Oh, this is a really good card, actually. It has Flash, it has Flying. When it comes into play, you return a creature you control to its owner's hand, including itself. You could just bounce itself back, and it exiles a card from the graveyard. So it's a good way to just repeatably remove stuff from people's graveyards if you don't want it there. Yes, but we are now into the uncommons. Firewake Sliver, of course. Sliver's making another big return in Time Spiral. Skittering Monstrosity. Our first rare is a Flagstones of Trocaire. Interesting land. When it is destroyed, you can replace it with another Plains. And our first Timeshifted card is Molten Rain. And we've got a Cloud Sprite token. Oh, that's an interesting one, actually. Cool. Now, what have we here? Oh, this one opened a little easier. Sort of. Maybe not. We've got a Mog War Marshal, more goblins, Tolarian Sentinel, Sting Scourger, Strength in Numbers, Dark Withering, Mass of Ghouls, Infiltrator Ilkor, Knight of Sourcey, Lymph Sliver, Gathan Raiders. Our first uncommon is a Core Dirge, a Cryptic Annelid. Oh, we've got a double card here, Rough and Tumble. And the rare, ooh, this is actually a really good one, Reiterate. It copies an instant or sorcery, and you can buy it back. So if you have a card like Turnabout, which untaps stuff, gives you more mana, you could go infinite pretty easily with this card. And our Time-shifted card is a Trigon Predator. And an Ape token. Alright. What's in this pack? Drifter Ildal. Keldon Halberder. Cutthroat Ildal. Spinneret Sliver. Ridged Kusite. Trespasser Ilvek. I wonder what the Il actually stands for. These are cards from a little bit before I started playing, so I'm not very familiar with the lore behind some of them. Pallid Mycoderm. Dreamscape Artist. Oh, this is a really bizarre card, but it's super cool. It's blue. Keep that in mind. And for 3 mana, tap, discard a card, you do the, what's it called? Harrow. It has the Harrow effect. You sacrifice a land and put 2 lands back into play. Very weird, but it's in blue. That's the thing. That's what makes it actually quite good. Joyra's Time Bug. Calciform Pools. One of these storage lands. Croson Grip, that is a very good card. Split second, destroy an artifact or enchantment, just get it out of here. Bonded Fetch. We've got a Sedge Sliver as the rare, and a Beast Whisperer as the Timeshifted card. Nice. Actually, a very good card, especially in Commander. We have a foil. It is a foil Darkheart Sliver. Nifty. Definitely something you might consider running in a Sliver deck. And a Llanowar Elves token. Sure. I think there's sort of a cycle of cards in Time Spiral that make these named tokens of other cards. An interesting mechanic, I'll give them that. We've got a Slipstream Serpent here. Two-Headed Sliver. Thrill of the Hunt. Assassinate. Feebleness. Judge Unworthy. Reckless Worm. Errant Doomsayers. Rift Bolt. Oh, people used to use this a lot in their old burn decks. Minions Murmurs. Another really neat card for Commander. You just draw cards equal to the number of creatures you have and lose that much life, but you can draw a lot of cards off that. Right, into the uncommons. Tromp the Domains. Sudden Shock. We have a mythic here, Krovax, the Ascendant Hero. See, the thing about Time Spiral is when it was first printed, there were no mythic rares. It wasn't a thing that existed yet. So they had to bump up a lot of rares to mythic status for Time Spiral Remastered. This is one of them. I mean, I guess it's okay. We've got Arcades the Strategist as our Time-Shifted card, though. That's a much more interesting one, I think. And our foil is an Infiltrator Ilkor. And a Sapperling token. Now then, what do we have here? We have 4C. And Cole Stoker. Logic Knot. Oh, this has new art. Uktabi Drake. Urborg Siphon Mage. Kavu Primarch. Rift Bolt. Errant Doomsayers. Looter Ilkor. Shade of Trocaire. Is that an uncommon? It is not. We've got a Clockwork Hydra. Salt Blast. Destroy target non-white permanent. This is another weird card. An interesting one, but weird. Scrib Ranger. Does a lot of stuff for 2 mana. Flash, flying, protection from blue, and you can untap your creatures with it. Hivestone is our rare here. Makes all of your things into slivers. And a Thragtusk. Oh, that was a classic card for a while. And a 4/4 Giant token. I can't think off the top of my head what makes those. Oh, this one came apart real good. Oh, and the cards fell everywhere. I was trying to be cool. I was trying to be fancy. And I have paid the price for it. I can't pick these cards up with my gloves. No. There we go. I got it. I got it. We got the Sarcomite Myr. Maybe that was a good thing. Maybe there's something good in this pack. Grape Shot. Erratic Mutation. Search for Tomorrow. Oh, this also has new art. I like this, actually. Looks very pretty. Edge of Autumn. Grave Scrabbler. What is Psychotic Episode? Pallid Mycoderm, Giant Dust Wasp, Sidewinder Sliver. We've got Might of Old Crosa. Yeah, there's another whole cycle of these cards where they do something at instant speed, but if you cast them as a sorcery, then they do that thing double. So +2/+2 or +4/4. So, Salt Crusted Steppe, Haze of Rage, and Drolnu Lich Lord. With this here Master of the Pearl Trident as our time-shifted card. And a Griffin token. Alright, let's try not to drop these ones, maybe. That'll be good. If I can even get it open, that is. There we are. So, Mog War Marshal, we're starting to see more doubles here. Tolarian Sentinel. Mind Stab. Thallid Shell Dweller. Sunlance. Oh, the Whitening Bolt. 3 damage, I mean only to non-white creatures, not to any target, but still. Giant Dust Wasp, we've got a foil at the back of this one. Sidewinder Sliver. Orcish Cannonade. Psychotic Episode. I have no idea how... Thesis? I feel like the PH is like silent. Thesis? Who knows? Who knows? Storm Entity. Llanowar Mentor, here you go. This is the card that makes the Llanowar Elf tokens. Swarmyard. Okay. Interesting land. Regenerates instants rats or spiders or squirrels. Ooh, a Vandal Blast. That's a cool one to get. Time-shifted. Destroys a bunch of artifacts. And a foil Stonehorn Dignitary in time-shifted form. Very interesting. Well... Generally, I think the odds are there's like 1.7 of these time-shifted foils on average in a box. So maybe I'll get another one. I don't think this is one of the better ones to get. And we've got a very intense-looking Goblin token. Okay, oh, this one is already splitting apart. That makes my job a lot easier. We've got a Needle Peak Spider. Think Twice. Homing Sliver. Citanual Wood Readers. Corpulent Corpse. Amaru Seekers, Gemihide Sliver. Ancient Grudge. Shade of Trocaire. Ecor Slick. We've got a Delay. This is a very interesting counterspell where you just delay something for a couple turns. Might Sliver. Dusk Rider Peregrine. And the rare is Jaya Ballard Taskmage, who is now a Planeswalker. And a Farseek. And the Assembly Worker token. Ooh, that's an interesting one. They'd never had an actual token for the Assembly Workers up till now. So we're getting to about a third of the way through this box. We have opened one Mythic. Sting Scourger, Slipstream Serpent, Deep Cavern Imp, Utopia Vow, Sangrophage, Reckless Worm, Seal of Primordium, Amaru Scout, Bound in Silence, Minions Murmurs, Tromp the Domains, Sudden Shock, and a Fungus Sliver as the rare. So yeah, as you can see, there are a ton of slivers. Manifold Key. What does this even do? Untap an artifact or target creature can't be blocked. Interesting. The foil, however, is an Orcish Cannonade. Oh, okay. And a Bat token. Oh, that goes with Sengir Nosferatu. Interesting. I guess there are a lot of tokens from Time Spiral era that just didn't actually exist up until now. We've got this Primal Plasma. Empty the Warrens. Reality Acid. When it leaves the battlefield, enchanted permanence controller sacrifices it. Interesting. Virulent Sliver. Give your slivers poisonous 1. Win with Infect. Deathstore Thallid. Or poison counters, rather, not Infect. Sunlance, Joyra's Time Bug, Dreamscape Artist, Fortify, Orcish Cannonade, Clockwork Hydra, Stone Cloaker, Time Bender, and another Drownu Lichlord. We're even duplicating our rares now. And Read the Bones. Well, that's actually a pretty good little draw spell. And the 0/1 Kobold token. That's a good one. And this is the second last This is the second last pack of this third, there we go, of the box. Two-Headed Sliver, Sarcomite Myrrh, Grape Shot, Thrill of the Hunt. Oh, this one's not going too easy. Corpulent Corpse, Chromatic Star. Oh wow, look at that artwork. I've never seen that before. That is very pretty. I like it. That would be a really cool foil. Fortify, Dirkwood Baloth, Crookclaw Transmuter, Mana Tithe, White Counterspell, Basalt Gargoyle. Oh, this is an uncommon. Stronghold Rats. We've got a Necrotic Sliver. Turn all of your slivers into Vindicates. Coalition Relic. A neat little mana rock that can sort of charge up. And a Hedron Archive. Another neat little mana rock, although this one doesn't charge, it draws you cards. And a Saproling. Okay, one more pack from this column. What do we got? Bone Splitter Sliver, Piracy Charm, Thorn Weld, not Thorn Wood, Thorn Weld Archer, Pitkeeper, Green Seeker, Looter Ilkor, Amaru Scout, Dead and Gone, Prismatic Lens, got Firewake Sliver, Skittering Monstrosity, Calciform Pools, and a Lotus Bloom. This, I believe, was the buy-a-box promo for this box, except in old border. And a Silence. Nice. And a Giant Dust Wasp as our foil. With an insect token, with Shroud. Fascinating. What the heck makes this? Okay. We move on to pile number 2. Wait, this is the side that opens easier. No, yes, kind of. We have an Erratic Mutation, and a Needlepeak Spider, Think Twice, Reflex Sliver, Strength in Numbers, Ecor Slick, Castle Raptor, Fathom Seer. Oh, this one's kind of neat, actually. When it's turned face up, you draw 2 cards. It's, what's the card? Gush. That is what the card is. That this is a play on. Terramorphic Expanse. Temporal Isolation is not an uncommon, but Delay is. Might Sliver, Duskrider Peregrine, and Heartwood Storyteller. An interesting card, kind of group hug-ish. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, each of that player's opponents may draw a card. A cool card for Commander. And Sorceress Spyglass. And a Spider token. Oh hey, it's the token that goes with that card I was talking about earlier. We're opening from this side this time. Battering Sliver. Snapback. Oh, and it almost fell. Blight Speaker. Evolution Charm. Oh, let's get into focus, maybe. Gorgon Recluse. Dirkwood Baloth. Mana Tithe. Chromatic Star. Crookclaw Transmuter. Celestial Crusader. Phantom Worm. Darkheart Sliver. And Sengir Nosferatu. Hey, the card that goes with that weird bat token. And a Consuming Aberration. With a, oh, well, here's a foil rare. Life and Limb. What does this do? All forests and all saprolings are 1/1 green saproling creatures and forests. Oh boy. I feel like this card would be a rules nightmare in a lot of situations. Oh, come on, how do we... Ah, this one is being difficult. Sure. This is how it's done. There we go. Homing Sliver. Primal Plasma. Empty the Warrens. Deadly Grub. Thallid Germinator. Dark Withering. Tendrils of Corruption. Blade of the Sixth Pride. Errant... Oh... Ephemeron. Maybe. White Mane Lion. Croson Grip. Hey, that's a good one. Salt Blast. Bonded Fetch. And Teferi, Mage of Zalfir, is our mythic in this pack. Well, this is a very annoying card. It gives, all of your creatures kind of have flash, and your opponents can't cast anything unless they could cast a sorcery. Yeah, it's, not fun to play against. This Palace Jailer, however, is a really cool reprint. It's from, one of the Conspiracy sets. Good card. And Goblin. Okay. This pack came apart in a very strange way. What's going on here? There. We got there. Eventually. Brute Force. Veiling Oddity. Nantuko Shaman. Cutthroat Eel Doll. Bound in Silence, Seal of Primordium, Castle Raptors, Fathom Seer, Even Rift Watcher, Basalt Gargoyle, Stronghold Rats, Necrotic Sliver, and Nether Trader. Oh, this one's probably worth something, actually. It kind of just keeps coming back from the graveyard every time another one of your creatures dies. Very useful in a lot of ways. Ninja of the Deep Hours is the Timeshifted card, and Trespasser Eelvek is our foil. And a Metallic Sliver token. Okay, one more pack, and then I'll reset the camera, probably about halfway there. So, Reality Acid, Bone Splitter Sliver. Ooh, that is a mouthful to say. Piracy Charm, Green Seeker, Search for Tomorrow, Assassinate, Prismatic Lens, Aven Rift Watcher, Gemihide Sliver. Dead and Gone. We've got an Enslave. Hey, that's a new one. Shivan Sandmage. Pongify. Yes! Destroy a creature and its controller gets an ape token. And a Sarah Avenger. Now, that's a very interesting card. It's a cheap 3/3 flyer, but you can't cast it first, second, or third turn of the game. Weird ability to have. And a Bedlam Reveler. With a Llanowar Elf token. Okay, so that's close to halfway, I think. I mean, the next half will be a lot quicker. So I'm just going to reset the camera. I will be right back. Hello, hello, I have returned, and we are back for a little more Time Spiral. Let's see what we get. There's still half a box left to go. A little bit more, I think. Maybe 1 or 2 packs more. So there's still plenty of good stuff awaiting us. Simeon Spirit Guide. Weird card, you can exile it from your hand to add mana. Coral Trickster. Coal Stoker. Spinneret Sliver. You know, I call a lot of these cards weird, but that's because they are. Time Spiral, that entire block, was a very strange block back in the day. Children of Corliss. Hey, I actually used this card in a deck. Erratic Ephemeron. White Mane Lion. Thesis. Storm Entity, Scrib Ranger, and a Pulmonic Sliver. Well, if you ever wanted to build a Sliver deck, we've got this Repeal, by the way. Now is a good time to do it. Sapperling token. Okay, what do we got? That'll do. That'll do. Battering Sliver, yep. Snapback, Brute Force, Edge of Autumn, Feebleness. Yeah, we've seen Momentary Blink. This might be a new one. Sporoloth Ancient. Celestial Crusader. Phantom Worm. Dark Heart Sliver. Our rare is a Slaughter Pact. Okay, it's not bad. You can cast it for free as long as you pay for it on your next turn. If you don't, you lose the game. And a Treasure Cruise. Ooh, this card. This was an upset when it came out. Draw 3 cards, you can delve it to make it cheaper. Yeah, a lot of people ran this card. And a 1/1 Soldier token. Right, I forgot all about that Pact cycle. There's one of them that is worth a huge amount. Of course, it is the blue one. Dreamstalker, Riddle of Lightning, Spiketail Drakeling. Yeah, okay, we've seen many of these. Terramorphic Expanse, Benelish Cavalry. We might not have. Bewilder, Rebuff the Wicked. Another white counterspell. There's a few of them here. Dune Rider Outlaw, Riptide Pilferer, and Mangara of Corondor. Yeah, you tap it, it exiles itself and target permanent. Although, if you can, because exiling itself is part of the effect, not part of the cost, you can actually, like, sacrifice it or return it to your hand or something in response, and, yeah, then it doesn't get exiled, which is kind of cool. Vampire Hexmage. And a Knight token with protection from white and haste and flanking. This is a weird token. What makes that? Okay, what do we got here? What do we got? Veiling Oddity. Yep, Simian Spirit Guide, Mind Stab, Virulent Sliver, Pit Keeper, Benelish Cavalry, Wrathy Trapper, Rift Elemental. Yep. Cautery Sliver, into the uncommons, Gaia's Anthem, okay, Griffin Guide, Glittering Wish is our rare. Reveal a multicolored card from outside the game and put it in your hand. Abrupt Decay, ooh, that is a good one to open as a time-shifted card. Can't be countered, destroy something small. And our rare is another Griffin Guide, oh boy. Rare, or foil, rather. Alright, what do we got? Come on, we can somehow get this open. There we go. Mog War Marshal, Needle Peak Spider, Mind Stab. Yep, this is all. Massive Ghouls might be new. Most of this we've seen, though. Yeah, even into the uncommons, we've seen most of these. Joyra of the Gitu. An interesting commander. Give all of your stuff, suspend. You can do some ridiculous stuff with this card. And Goblin Engineer, hey. Neat little goblin. Speaking of goblins, there's so many goblins in this set, actually. I've never really noticed it before, but I guess Time Spiral was just very, very much a goblin set. Almost as much as Slivers. Dreamstalker, yeah, yep. Utopia Vow. Infiltrator Ill Core. Okay. Molten Slag Heap. Rift Marked Knight, yeah. Fury Sliver. Achroma, the Angel of Fury, is a mythic rare. Can't be countered, has a bunch of abilities. It's 8 mana, but it does a lot of stuff. And a Contagion Clasp. With a Sapperling token. Alright, this one opened in an interesting way. What do we have here? Tolarian Sentinel. Something good, please. I could definitely afford to open something good, I think. Ivory Giant, Wrathy Trapper. Ixalid Jailer. Cards in graveyards lose all abilities. An interesting card. Fire Maw Kavu. Even Mind Sensor. This one's been reprinted a couple times. Yeah, if somebody would search a library, that player searches the top 4 cards instead. Sudden Spoiling. Split second until end of turn. Creatures target player controls lose all abilities and have base power and toughness 0-2. Just turn off your opponent's board. Sylvan Scrying as the Timeshifted card, and a Sinew Sliver as a foil. And another one of these big insect tokens. Well, oh, knocking stuff all over the table here. We have one more third of the box to go. Come on. There we go. Riddle of Lightning. Spiketail Drakeling. Evolution Charm, Ivory Giant. Again, we've probably seen all the commons by now, maybe. Harmonic Sliver, a very good sliver, actually, that just destroy all your opponent's artifacts and enchantments all the time. Why not? Stormcloud Djinn and Walk the Eons. I believe, yeah, you sacrifice 3 islands to buy this back, so if you have Azusa and a Crucible of Worlds, you can kind of go infinite with this, just sacrifice your islands and bring them back next turn. Eternal Witness, hey, that's a nifty time-shifted card. Ooh! And this is a very nifty foil. A foil Vesuva. Enters tapped, but as a copy of any land on the battlefield. That is a pretty good one, actually. It is mythic rare, after all. Wow. Okay, that's pretty good. Happy to pull one of those with this ape token. Alright, well that definitely made up for the other foil rare, which I feel like isn't worth so much. Gossamer Phantasm, hey, have we seen one of these? I don't actually think we have. Skirk Shaman, Corpulent Corpse. Oh, that's a fun one to say. Rift Elemental, yeah, Lymph Sliver, Cautery Sliver, so many slivers. And a Pact of Negation, there it is. A free counterspell as long as you pay for it next turn. Pretty darn good. With this Gurmag Angler. And Llanowar Elves. Okay. What's here? Mog War Marshal. See, more goblins. So many goblins. Needle Peak. Is this a ding in the top of this card, or is it just very badly? Ooh, I think that's the center dot. Okay, well, we'll take a closer look at that later, Grave Scrambler. We'll get there in due time. Uncommons. We've got a Dreadship Reef and Pendlehaven Elder. Sulfur Elemental. Our rare is a... What? Dryad Arbors are rare now? This used to be an uncommon. It's a bizarre card, like everything in Time Spiral. Honestly, it is a creature and a land, so you can do weird things with cards like this. And yeah, look at how off-centered this Lingering Souls is. That is crazy, yeah, and there's that little dot that I saw, the, right in the corner there, where they separate, 4 cards, right? Well, interesting. I don't know if that means it's worth anything more. It probably isn't. It's not that bad of a misprint. Well, I'm eviscerating this pack. But still, kind of a cool thing to see. Sarcomite Myrrh, Grinning Ingus, Primal Plasma, yeah, Deadly Grub, Ancient Grudge, Rift Bolt, Return to Dust, hey, this is a good card. Exiles an artifact or enchantment, or does it twice if you cast it during your turn. Imperiosaur, Arcblade, and Angel's Grace. It has split second, and it stops you from losing the game. Well, this is a funny card, I like it. Hollow One as our time-shifted card, and the Spider token. I do like all of the tokens in this set. They are very neat. It's not just, goblins and soldiers. Of course, there are goblins and soldiers, but a lot of weird stuff, too. Kavu Primarch. Yeah, Rift Bolt. Definitely opened a full play set of those now. Fire Maw Kavu, Aven Mind Sensor, and a Draining Whelk. Counters a spell and eats it up. It gets 1/1 counters equal to its converted mana cost. Ooh, and a Path to Exile as our time-shifted card. I feel like that's a bit of a hit, really. And a Goblin token. Yeah, there's gotta be Goblin tokens. Oh, what is happening here? Okay. Sure, I guess that's just how it's done, 4C. Logic Knot, yep. Dark Withering Green Seeker. Dreamscape Artist. We've got a Saltfield Recluse. This might actually be a new one. Careful Consideration, Prodigal Pyromancer, and Boom or Bust is our double card here for rare. Destroy target land you control, target land you don't control, or destroy all lands. Land destruction, everyone's favorite. And Teamer Battle Rage with this Metallic Sliver. Well, we're getting close to the end here. I think there's probably at least one more Mythic Rare, right? Maybe. I think I've lost count. Slipstream Serpent. Yeah, Skirk Shaman, and the Drake, and the Wasp, and the Slivers. What do we got here? What do we got? We got Joda's Avenger. Street Wraith. Oh, this is new art for Street Wraith. This is a neat card. It has cycling, so you can discard it and pay and draw a card, but you pay 2 life to do it instead of paying 2 mana. It's very cool. Another card that I like because of its weird design. Mycologist. And Radha, Heir to Keld. And Trinket Mage. Okay, Trinket Mage is a good one. Foil, Crookclaw Transmuter. And a Soldier Token. Okay, we've got, what's this, five packs left? Alright. What's it gonna be? Battering Sliver. Snap Back. Yeah, Search for Tomorrow, we've seen all these cards already. Dreadship Reef, Pendlehaven Elder, and Hypergenesis as a mythic. Okay. Suspend it for a few turns, starting with you. Each player puts an artifact, creature, enchantment, or land onto the battlefield, and repeat this process until no one puts a card onto the battlefield. Alright. I think there was actually a deck based around this card. They'd cheated into play for free somehow. And Tassiger as the time-shifted card. And a Sapperling. Now, I don't think we've gotten any real big hits with the time-shifted cards. I mean, we've certainly got some good ones, but there's a few in particular that people tend to want. So what do we got here? We got this Sarcomite Myr. Yep, the Ingus, and we've got another card that's going to be terribly off-center. I can see it already. Yeah, Gemihide Sliver, okay. I do like Gemihide Sliver. Yavimaya Dryad, another card I actually use. You can search your library for a forest and put it into play under target player's control. So you can give it to yourself to ramp, or give it to an opponent and then land walk over them with Forest Walk. It's cool. Dormant Sliver. Char Rumbler. The rare is a Stuffy Doll. And this is a Teamer Ascendancy. Once again, very, very terribly off-centered. Oh boy, look at that. Just top to bottom. Crazy. But it's kind of cool. Now, this one's coming apart weird too. We're down to our last few packs here, folks. Think Twice, Grape Shot, Erratic Mutation, Feebleness. Yeah, with the Dust Wasps and all that. Okay, Nightshade Assassin, I think is actually a new one. Sliversmith. Shaper Parasite. Oh, I am losing the ability to read. Greater Gargadon as the rare, and Laboratory Maniac. And another Assembly Worker token. Okay, well, we're getting right down to it. 2 more packs. Well, surely they saved the best for last, right? Foresee, yeah. I can foresee good things in these next couple packs. Ha ha ha. If only, huh? Careful consideration. So we've got Muraganda Petroglyphs. Make all of your creatures with no abilities get a little bigger. People have always been trying to make this card work and wondering how they would even design a deck around it. I mean, hey, I give them points for creativity. Ooh, Past in Flames, that's a pretty good one. Okay, happy to pull one of these. Ooh, okay, and that's actually a really good one. Well, if they save the best for last, I don't know how much better they're going to get than a foil Old Border Panharmonicon, but that's a bit of a pull. What it does, of course, when any of your enter the battlefield triggers trigger twice. So you can really make this do crazy stuff. Wow, that is crazy. And, yeah, Kobold token. Again, nice. Okay, well, I'm quite happy with that pull. I think overall this has been a pretty good box, but it's not over yet. Oh no, if this pack ever actually comes apart properly... there. We got there. Riddle of Lightning. Okay. Piracy Charm. We've got to look through every card here. Homing Sliver, Virulent Sliver, Pit Keeper, Seal of Primordium, Amaru Scout, Bound in Silence, Ecor Slick, Castle Raptors. Spell Burst is our first uncommon. Calciderm, Paradise Plume, Tolaria West as a rare. Again, this used to be an uncommon, I think. It enters tapped, it taps for blue, but you can transmute it, so you can discard it on your turn, I think. Yeah, it says a sorcery. And search for any card with converted mana cost 0, the converted mana cost of this card. A very interesting card to use. And a Flicker Wisp as our final time-shifted card. Well, there you have it, Goblin. That's it. That is this entire box of Time Spiral Remastered. So let's take a look. We got a bunch of rares. 36 of them, in fact. Let's separate out the mythics, I guess. Hypergenesis. I don't think we got any crazy mythics. Oh, Pact of Negation is a pretty crazy rare, I'll give you that much. A Chroma. Because, of course, all of these mythics used to just be... Slaughter Pack's probably not worth nothing. All these mythics used to just be rares. Another Trader's good. Teferi. Teferi's probably the best mythic I pulled, maybe? Lotus Bloom Coalition Relic. We got 2 of this Lich Lord. Swarmyard, Hivestone, yeah, Crovax. Reiterate. Reiterate's a good card. Same with Flagstones. There we go. So we got a few good rares here or there, right? Yeah, none of these other ones really stick out to me as being particularly valuable. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll have to look into it a bit later, right? Now, let's check out these time-shifted cards. We've got, Flicker Wisp and Past in Flames. I mean, this was a mythic, right? So it's pretty good. Pretty good. Tasigur, probably one of the more sought-after ones. Path to Exile, of course. This terribly uncentered Lingering Souls. Eternal Witness, everybody loves Eternal Witness. Goblin Engineer is not a bad card. Same with Abrupt Decay. People probably want those. Bedlam Reveler? I don't know. Palace Jailer, though. Only been printed once. It's good. Farseek, Vandal Blast. There's got to be people who want that Vandal Blast, right? Arcades the Strategist, a very interesting commander for your Defender deck. It's not bad, really. And yeah, there we go. all that's left now is these foils with, of course, get into focus please, this Panharmonicon at the forefront. Well, that's a good one. I'm happy to pull that. And Vesuva, of course. We got some good stuff in this box. I mean, most of this is, I don't know anything about Life and Limb, but Stonehorn Dignitary. We did end up getting 2 foil time-shifted cards, so that's not too bad. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this episode. If you enjoyed it, then please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I do hope that you join me again for whatever I happen to be unboxing next. Till then, ta-ta!